Yeah, please just confirm you see the slides.
Yes, we see
Okay,
them.
awesome.
Like,
Okay, let's get to this. So first up, let me summarize the deliverables for the final of ZKI3. So first up, we've had staking dashboard improvements, including the directory of available stake pools to delegate your funds to. Then we've had some of web connector improvements that we wanted to introduce in ZK Ignite 3 to make whole experience for ZK apps developers a little bit easier. And also, we've implemented the RFC 08 interface, which Auro is following as well. So at some point, we should have a nice interoperability between both wallets for ZK app developers. Then I'll cover in the slides the part about rebranding and website rework to show you the whole process we undergone. And we've also had network switching in our deliverables, which we implemented in our UI. We have all the logic, and I'm going to demo this to you. And last but not least, in our deliverables, we had hard wallet support. So let's get to the point where I talk about what we managed to deliver and what we had to replace with some other features. So all the first 4 points were delivered, and I'm gonna demo them in a second. And let's talk about the hard wallet support. So before we started ZK Ignite 3 delivery of the milestones, we didn't know about the current state of Ledger Mina app, and the thing you can guess by, for example, signing the transactions with Ledger in Auro is that it takes 2 or 3 minutes to sign a simple transaction. And what we've learned is that we wouldn't be able to cover the ZK app functions with the current state of Mina Ledger app. So instead of that, we replaced this milestone, and we could deliver the ZKO support that we proposed in our advanced scope. And I'm also gonna demo this in a sec. Moving forward, let's talk about the web connector improvements for a sec. So on our previous demo, you could see the dummy ZK app we've made to benchmark and test our web connector. And I'm also gonna show you the new standard that I'm gonna propose to be followed by wallets to easier discover the available web connectors from all the wallets. But yeah, this is how our dummy ZK app looks right now. And you can see that we've added the available wallets list. So there will be a way to list all the providers and pick the specific one. So for that, we want to improve the standard because right now, both Auro and Pallad are like, let's say, fighting for the window Mina objects in the browser when our scripts are injected, and we want to improve that similar way to what Ethereum wallets do. So there will be an option to discover all the available providers. And yeah, we managed to make a huge difference in the implementation of Web Connector. And currently, we are debugging the Web Connector, checking the implementation, and talking with different ZK app developers like ZK Noid, like Wild, to have the first integrations of real ZK apps with Pallad and improve all the methods. So I think when we are done with the initial integrations, then the interface should be more stable, and it will be easier for the next ZK developers to integrate with Pallad. Moving forward, the network switching part and ZK support. So we had to add the UI part for that. And we've added the available network section to Pallad, where you can switch between the, here is a sneak peek of our mainnet integration, So you can see this is a screen from our release candidate that was handed over to auditing company, and the the nice information is that this company finished the review today, and there are just a few findings, so we are on a good way to release to the mainnet pretty soon. And besides that, you've got Mina DevNet and Zeko DevNet on the list. And by this way, we made Zeko the first-class citizen of Mina wallets. So ZK app developers won't have to add a custom network for the Zeko integration. Moving forward, the rebranding process. So if you were early to Pallad and the things we were doing, you could remember the early branding we've had for Pallad, and to create outstanding user experience, we had to rework that. And I'm gonna just show you the effort we put into that. So first, one of the milestones was to improve the branding and roll out a new website. For that purpose, we teamed up with UX designer who designed a couple of wallets for different ecosystems like Cardano and Ethereum. And he helped us to rebrand the product and to make a nice user experience with that. So the process started from picking the direction we enjoy and we want to aim into in Pallad. So I guess we ended up somewhere between neo-digital and funky style with Pallad. Then we created wireframes for the basic screens of Pallad, and you potentially can already see the similarities in those screens versus the current design of the wallet. And based on that, our designer created some, let's say, hi-fi designs of the wallet, and the color palettes we could speak from. And the last one on the list is the current color palette we went with, but you can see the hassle for everything what we tried before. So yeah, we ended up with this very palette that's called Rose Pine, and we stick to that with our branding. So here's the quick comparison of the Pallad before ZKI3 and after. You can see the old direction we've had, and you can see the new direction that we follow right now. Similar, our website we've had before, that was Pallad XYZ. We even updated the address because XYZ is sometimes hard to make good SEO for. So yeah, we ended up using Pallad CO. Then last but not least, this is the open beta release. Before we had nothing, and now we have the Pallad in Chrome Web Store. So yeah, this is the outcome of the rebranding process, both for website and for our design language. And before I'll move to the what's next section, let me demo the latest state of the wallet and maybe make a quick sneak peek of the mainnet version of Pallad. So just give me a second. I will set up sharing from a different window. All right, you should be able to see the screen right now. Here we have the latest version of Pallad, and this is specifically a branch that is the release candidate for the mainnet version. And when we go to menu, you can see that here is the mainnet network enabled, and we operate on that. So yeah, the transactions work as it should. As I said, we just completed the external security audit, and we are just waiting for a summary for that, the report that will be shared publicly with everyone, and we will point to that on our website. So yeah, you could see in the networks that we have the ZKO right here, and yeah, the account is topped up on the DevNet network, and users are able to make transactions and read transactions from Pallad. So this is the network switching. Then from the wallet provider interface improvements, let me go to our ZK demo app. And the thing that I've implemented is, let me find the snippet for that. I'm just going to go into the source code of this app because it already does the finding of all the available providers. So yeah. Here it is. So we want to copy this one, and I can show you this right in our console. Yeah, you can see the array of available providers in my browser context. So you can see that I have two Pallads because I ran this code twice, but it will discover all the wallets, and the wallet interface will be available in a object where you can just pass the requests to wallets based on the RFC 8 specification. And also, we are making a good progress on the public credentials and attestations APIs for our web connector. So I hope it will be released soon after the mainnet launch of Pallad to, for example, comply with different ZKKYC-based DEXs. So yeah, this is the wallet connector interface. And moving back to our presentation, yeah, let's quickly talk about what's planned next for Pallad, but not too long, because we just keep on talking about the deliverables coming from the ZKI3. So I mentioned the security audit. We will be implementing the fixes for vulnerabilities and bugs provided by the external auditing company. And I mentioned we are now working with ZK and Tilewhile for the first ZK app integrations with Pallad to launch them soon after we launch Pallad on mainnet. And also, we are working on the standards and interoperability, so there will be a seamless experience for ZK developers wanting to build apps that support both Auro and Pallad. After that, we'll be launching the mainnet version, and we really want to support the custom tokens standards that came up, and we are just waiting until it's all audited, and then we will be starting the work to integrate with that standard and allow sending custom tokens. Yeah, there is a planned work to integrate with OnRamp. We found one provider that's doing this for Mina, but yet we have to make a deal with them and integrate. there is already ongoing identity, credentials, and ZKI3 work, but for now it's a little bit lower in terms of priorities because #1 priority is get to the mainnet. And we will be adding internationalization to wallets because from our analytics, we get that a great part of the user base is from Turkey. So it's like seamless to add Turkish language to our wallet. And after that, we'll want to raise the awareness of Pallad and have a better numbers in terms of wallet installations, in terms of SEO, especially the organic. So yeah, we'll be pushing forward with that. So yeah, are there any questions?
Yes. Gar, please. Yeah.
Hey, Tomek. Great presentation. Thank you for that. Just a quick question about the integration with for custom tokens. Do you think you would have to re-audit or perform any audit tasks yourselves after you integrate with custom tokens, or are you happy with the audit you're completing right now and just releasing support for custom tokens without your needing to re-audit?
So as far as I know, for custom tokens, it's both ongoing audit for O1JS itself and the custom token standard. So I guess if both are audited, we are happy to include that, and we'll just discuss it briefly with auditing company if the audit would be needed, but I hope it won't be. So yeah, we'll check that with the company that did audit for Pallad.
Okay, thank you.
So there is one question in the chat, Tomek.
Yeah, so Michael, let me show you quickly. There is already a method in the Web Connector standards that I've mentioned that both Auro and Wallet supports. So quickly changing the tab. This is our dummy ZK app, and you can see that there is the transaction signing part. I have to change that to a screen because you won't be able to see a pop-up. So let me quickly show you. So yeah, you probably see the screen right now. We have this widget to sign transactions, and there is Mina sign transaction method coming from the Web Connector. And clicking that, you can see that there will be signature requests to the wallet with the payload, and you would be just confirming that with your credentials to your wallet. After that, you get the signature with fields, color, and the transaction data that was signed with the wallet. Okay, there's next question from Marek. Yeah, so for our case, there will be two different methods. First will be just to sign the transaction. Let me zoom a little bit. You got the Mina sign transaction and Mina send transaction. So I think Mina send transaction also accepts the transaction payloads. So you will be able to sign transaction without sending, or sign transaction and send right away with our implementation. When custom metadata support for ProtoKit. Yeah, so I think right after the mainnet launch, I will add the signer for ProtoKit, because I saw for Auro it's just sign fields and send transaction. So I think we will prioritize this right after mainnet release to also support ProtoKit. Showing balances. Okay, let's talk about that, Maciej, later, and we will prioritize that because we want to support all the coming L2s on Mina. So yeah, let's work on that. Any more questions? Okay, I'll stop sharing and pass the mic to the next person. Thank you, guys.
Thanks to Mike as well, the great presentation and also answering and addressing the questions. So let me